After my father-in-law's funeral, my wife got $120 million and filed for divorce. I never imagined grief could be followed so quickly by betrayal. Not just casual betrayal, not small lies, but a deliberate, life-altering decision that shook the very foundation of my world. Her name is Victoria. We had been married for 7 years. On paper, everything seemed perfect. A stable home, shared responsibilities, family ties, and what I believed was mutual love. I had married not just Victoria, but her family. Her father, a powerful man, was someone I respected deeply. It was a difficult week. Her father had passed unexpectedly, and the entire family was consumed with grief. I thought my role was simple: support my wife, help the family through the funeral arrangements, and honor a man I had respected as a father figure. The funeral was somber, heavy with sorrow. Tears, eulogies, and heartfelt condolences filled the day. I stayed by Victoria's side constantly, helping her navigate the grief, offering comfort when she needed it most. I thought our bond was stronger than ever. After all, who stands together during moments like these if not a married couple? I was wrong. 2 days after the funeral, Victoria called me into our study. She was calm, almost unnervingly so. "David," she said, "I've inherited my father's estate, $120 million. I congratulated her. I was happy for her. I was supportive. I didn't anticipate what came next. And," she continued, voice steady, "I want a divorce." I froze. The words didn't compute. My mind raced. My heart sank. 2 days ago, we were mourning together. 2 days ago, I thought grief had brought us closer. And now, she was walking away, with millions and a casual finality that left me reeling. "Victoria." "What? Why now?" I asked, my voice barely controlled. She didn't flinch. She didn't falter. "I realized I've outgrown this marriage. I don't love you the way I thought I did. I want freedom. And now, with this inheritance, I can finally have it." I couldn't argue. I couldn't reason. Her mind was made up, and the money she had just inherited only gave her more power, more leverage, more reason to leave. But the betrayal wasn't just the divorce. It was the timing, the coldness, and the fact that I had stood beside her through grief, only to be discarded afterward. I spent that night in stunned silence, thinking about everything we had built, everything I had believed in, and how quickly it had been stripped away. I realized that grief had revealed her true priorities. Love and partnership were no longer part of the equation. Wealth, freedom, and self-interest had taken precedence. The following weeks were a whirlwind of legal consultations, dividing assets and trying to make sense of the betrayal. Friends expressed sympathy, but sympathy couldn't erase the humiliation of being abandoned right after tragedy, nor the shock of realizing that someone you trusted completely had been planning to walk away all along. Victoria's divorce filing was meticulous, deliberate, and ruthless. She used her inheritance strategically, ensuring she retained complete financial independence while severing our ties. Every document, every clause, every word reinforced the fact that she had thought this through long before the funeral. I won't lie, the betrayal hurt. It wasn't just about money, although that added insult to injury. It was the realization that the woman I had loved, supported, and trusted could abandon me without hesitation, choosing wealth and freedom over shared life, commitment, and years of partnership. In the months that followed, I focused on rebuilding. I moved into a smaller apartment, restructured my finances, and leaned on friends and family for support. I allowed myself to grieve. Not just for the loss of a father-in-law, but for the loss of the life I thought I had, the person I thought my wife was, and the illusions I had believed about love and loyalty. I learned that betrayal can be sudden, even brutal. It can come immediately after moments of shared sorrow, when your guard is down and your heart is open. But I also learned that the response to betrayal defines you more than the betrayal itself. I chose not to retaliate. I chose not to beg, not to plead, not to fight endlessly for someone who had already made up her mind. Instead, I reclaimed control over my life. I focused on my career, my well-being, and my future. Slowly, I found strength in independence, clarity in solitude, and resilience in the face of deception. Victoria inherited $120 million and walked away. She may have thought she had power over me, but in leaving, she revealed her own limitations. True strength, I realized, is not in wealth or manipulation. It's in dignity, self-respect, and the ability to move forward when someone else chooses betrayal. Now, years later, I look back not with bitterness, but with clarity. Grief revealed her priorities, betrayal revealed her character, and my response revealed mine. I didn't lose everything. I gained freedom, resilience, and a deeper understanding of who I am. The lesson is harsh. Betrayal can come at the most unexpected times, even in the shadow of mourning. But the choice of how to respond, to rebuild, to reclaim, and to rise above ultimately determines whether it breaks you or makes you stronger. Victoria chose wealth and freedom. I chose dignity, self-respect, and life beyond betrayal. And in the end, that choice mattered far more than anything she inherited.